right, and there's a third thing about your resilience I want to point out. Every now and then, Tiffany she's always wonderful to me, but every now and then she'll call me and she'll often call me bro. Say, hey, bro, what are you doing tonight? And I'm usually like sitting in a hotel doing nothing. She'll say, I'm going to the Laugh Factory. You want to come? And this one night we were going to the Laugh Factory. And when you go to the Laugh Factory as a performer, there's a place that you can park. The Laugh Factory actually owns property, and the performers park in this place. So Tiffany we pull in, and she parks in this place, and we get out and we start walking. And she points to me where she used to park her car when she was living in it. Do you remember that? And I'm just like, wow, like you used to live in the car, and now you're walking in as a celebrity. But then she said something that shocked me. There's a guy at the Laugh Factory whose name is Jamie. And Jamie came and talked to Tiffany a bit, and then he walked away, and I said, who is that? And Tiffany says, my business partner. And I'm like, so you're like in business for the building you used to park in front of?
Yep.
That's pretty incredible.
I'm one of the owners.
So Tiffany, I literally brought you here to ask you this one question. Mm-hmm. And that question is, like, as clinicians, people come into our office and they have depression or anxiety or stress. And as therapists, we struggle to hold on to belief. So while you were getting rejected for the diversity showcase, while you were doing 250 auditions, while you were sleeping in your car in front of the building you would one day own, can you explain how you held on to belief?
So this is gonna sound weird, but like, I feel like maybe it's not gonna sound weird, but to me, I feel like you can't depend on anybody or really trust anybody but yourself, right? You can really, like, what you gonna do. And sometimes you don't even know what you gonna do, right? But you gonna do something, or you might not do nothing, but you. And so, and I always in the back of my mind, I was just writing about this in my journal the other day, that I think when you believe in yourself, it's like you believe in God, like you believe in a higher power. If you believe that you can do something, if you believe, like, even if you kind of just a morsel of belief, just a little, like they say, a mustard seed, a little bit, a speck of dust of belief in yourself, then it's possible. And I'm also a firm believer, how can I expect anyone to invest or believe in what I'm saying or believe in what I'm doing or even love me or care about me if I don't believe harder than everybody else? And I think the main thing, and I remember, and I just ran into her, I just did a thing for her, Marla Gibbs. When I was in foster care, they had this program, this little theatrical program for the summer at the Vision Theater that she owned in Lamar Park. And she came and talked to all of us, but she didn't talk to me individually, but she talked to this whole group of kids, and she said, the main thing in life is you can't give up. You can't give up. If you want to live, you have to continue. No matter what, continue. Never quit. If it's something that you believe in, if it's something that you love, if it's something that you care about, then you have to continue on. And people will tell you no, and they will shut you out, and they will say that you can't. But if you believe you can do it, then you have to keep pushing forward, because that is operating in God's grace, right? And that's operating as God. And I don't think I am God, but I do think that God sent me here with a purpose.
What's the purpose?
And I believe my purpose is to bring joy. And in my mind, I've decided that, I've gone through so much pain and so much hardship so that I can recognize joy, so that I can see the pain and hardship and go, okay, this is amusing about this. This is funny about this. This could be funny. This could be inspiring. This could be a lesson learned, and figuring out how to transmute that pain into laughter, into joy. And I believe, and I'm a firm believer in, you cannot heal if you cannot laugh about the situation. I think you will always be miserable. You will always be sad. You will always be in doubt. You will always be trying to run away. You'll always be quitting on yourself and the people that care about you and everyone around that you are here to help. You'll always be a failure if you don't heal. And if you don't okay, I went through this bad thing and I went through it for a reason. I feel like everything I went through was for a reason. And I know now more than ever, Like, I used to be like, why am I in foster care? This sucks. Oh, nobody wants me. Why don't nobody want me? Why I gotta go from house to house? Why am I stuff in trash bags? Why am I being molested? Why am I being raped? Why am I this? Like all these things. And I'm not afraid to talk about these things at all now. And so many kids, so many foster kids come, like, you inspire me. Because of you, I made this song, and now I'm like on the Billboard 100 because of you, da-da-da-da-da. Because you never gave up, because I never gave up. Because I never quit on me. And then I think about, and I wrote about this in my journal too, I think about like on a cellular level, like my cells die. Every day something inside of me is dying every day. But my body, my flesh never gives up. Like it never quits. It's like, I don't even have to remind my heart to beat. It's gonna just keep beating until it's not allowed to beat anymore, right? And I need to be like my heart. Like, I try to be like my heart. I keep trying to move forward, just keep trying to go no matter what. And some days I be hurting, like I don't know what's going on with my allergies on today, but I'm having a hard time keeping my eyelash on, my eyes are watering, and I'm thinking, and I have this belief that, you know, crying is a removal of old beliefs and a replacement of new ones. And I did find out some new information last night that was like, what? And I didn't feel like crying because I was tired, so I went to sleep. And maybe my body's like, okay, we got to wash out this old belief. Because if you let them pile up, I think that's what make you depressed and crazy too, and make you quit on yourself when you hold on to things that you know are not true, that you know aren't serving you, you know this is not helping you. And yeah, then you like, I'm sitting in your office.
The other thing, so I want everybody to write down, do not ever quit. And make sure your language is supportive of not quitting when you're doing therapy.